A 2010 report from the Ministry of Health indicated that death due to unsafe abortion is rising annually. The report estimated that unsafe abortion accounted for 8% of maternal deaths. The report also revealed that out of the 2,300 healthcare facilities across Uganda capable of providing post-abortion care, approximately 89% treated complications related to unsafe abortions. In 2013, around 93,300 women were treated for such complications, translating to an annual treatment rate of 12 per 1,000 women aged 15 to 49 years. Uganda has established laws concerning this issue, and according to the 1995 Constitution, which permits abortion to save a woman's life. Furthermore, the 2012 National Policy Guidelines and Service Standards for Sexual and Reproductive Health and Rights accept abortion under circumstances such as fetal anomalies, rape, incest, among others. However, the interpretation of the existing laws and policies on abortion is inconsistent among law enforcement and the judicial system, making it challenging for women and medical professionals to know when abortion is legally permitted. Patrick Guchina, an advocate of the High Court, says there is no clear distinction between the roles of a healthcare provider and law enforcement regarding the determination of when an abortion is warranted.
Section 207 in particular of the Penal Code Act, it creates a lacuna in the law in that the courts have to come up to interpret and determine what we mean by the state of the patient at the time. Does the state of the patient extend to the mental state of the patient at that time? Because we are well aware that there are circumstances where patients are raped.
The Supreme Court judge, Lady Justice Lilian Tivatemwa, says the laws particularly impact vulnerable communities, including young girls.
But the law goes on to say it can also be out of distress, fear of disgrace, panic, and so on. And I will say that in reality, perhaps these are often the feelings of many young unmarried mothers. Can we pick a leaf from the days?
At a recent conference for advocates, healthcare practitioners and human rights activists, Winnie Byanyima, the executive director of UNAIDS, stated that the current laws on reproductive health continue to disadvantage women.
For them to know this and own this as their own agenda, not a Western agenda, not an agenda being funded by foreigners. We have to reach them. And it's you who must frame a language around this. Don't just be concentrate on the language for the parliamentary place where the law will be struck out. Frame also the language for the ordinary woman to know that I have a right to decide.
Medical professionals stress that those affected in legal abortion require palliative care rather than interrogation to avoid forcing them into silence.
Others get so many complications that their walls of their uteruses actually get damaged. So if they ever get pregnant, it's not able to hold this baby again. So this actually also is a challenge when a woman later gets married in life.
At Kasenyi and Nachiwogo landing site in Entebbe, such cases are common due to lack of awareness of laws about abortion and what to do in case they are raped. Moses Odong, the executive director for Family Medical Point, a non-government organization supporting women with the reproductive health programs, highlights the challenges of providing such services in rural areas.
Due to restrictive structure of our laws in the country, they are unable to access safe terminations, and this leads to most of them seeking for unsafe terminations, which has caused death and sometimes irreparable damage to their health.
Justice and Constitutional Affairs Minister Nobert acknowledges the gaps in the existing laws that need to be revisited to provide justice for those affected.
I agree with the proposal that imprisonment is not the best option, because you imprison a child who is probably 16 for attempting an abortion, or you imprison a child of 14 who has dumped a child in a pit latrine. We must really have empathy and understand the context of these so-called crimes.
He also questioned why the abortion law solely targets women while neglecting men who are often complicit in this situation.
Why do the men who father these children not get mentioned? It is as if the law only focuses on the women.
Tomorrow, Uganda will join the rest of the world to celebrate International Safe Abortion Day with a commitment to demand safe, legal, stigma-free and accessible abortion for all. Kamana Ivan Walnyolo, NTV, Weekend Edition.